Hello, everybody. I hope everybody had a great weekend and a very, very happy Monday. I didn't record a video on yesterday because I had a lot of things on my schedule. My day started off very early with doctor's appointments and other things that I had to take care of. So I was unable to film the video on yesterday, but nonetheless, I'm here on Tuesday morning, September the 20th. I hope everyone is in good spirits this morning. I hope you woke up ready to start the day by putting God first and just expecting something great today. Always wake up with expectancy of something great because the things that didn't happen yesterday for you, they just may happen today. Never lose faith. Never give up on your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations. Never ever give up and wake up every single day with expectancy. Today, I want to speak on my subject today to speak on is one life to live. We have one life to live. So we may as well live it to, the best of our ability and strive to be the best people that we can possibly be. But we should also have one life to live minus drama or anything that's going to affect your happiness in a negative way, anything that's going to make you unhappy. So anything that is going to make you unhappy, I suggest that you eliminate that. We're going to always have things that come up in our lives that's going to make us unhappy. But if it's anything that we can prevent that's making us causing an unhappy, feeling in us, we should do our best to eliminate that from our lives or separate ourselves from that person or that particular thing that's causing our unhappy, us to be unhappy. I have dedicated myself to my happiness because I feel like if I'm not happy, I cannot be effective in anybody's life. I have to make sure that I am always, in good spirits so that I can be my best. When I'm unhappy, I can't be my best. I can't, do my best work. I can't be the best mother that I would want to be. I can't be a good friend if I'm not happy and I'm not being my best. So I have dedicated my life to making sure I'm happy and making sure, the people around me are happy. And I do that by, speaking to people like if they're down. I love encouraging people, my close friends and family and even strangers from time to time. If a word falls on my heart to give to them, I make sure I do that. And I think that's very important because words make a difference. Some people don't realize the power that words have, but words are very, very powerful. I remember things from when I was a child that were spoken to me, the good and the bad. And, the good definitely outweighed the bad. And those are the things that I remember when I come upon tough times in my life. I remember those great things that were spoken to me in the course of my life. So dedicate your life to being happy. Just say I'm dedicated to my happiness. And anything that stands in the way of that, I'm going to take a close look at that to see what it is I need to do in order to get back to, my personal happiness. And I feel like everybody should do that because then we can be our best. If we're in good spirits and we're happy, we can be our best. God can use us to the best of his ability when we're in better spirits. So do whatever it takes. Do that just to make sure your spirits are lifted. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. I did take notes, so I'm looking at my notes for a moment. The next thing I want to talk about is time. And we should make sure, I spoke about this before in another video, that we should make sure that we use our time wisely. Time is the one thing that we can't get back. I can't, no matter what I do, I can't get back yesterday. I can't get back once the minute is 7:54 a.m. right now. Once it's 7:55, I can't go back to 7:54. Once that minute passes, that minute is done. So we should make sure what we do with our time is important and it's imperative, and it's, we should just make sure we use our time very wisely. And the people that we need to spend time with, we need to spend time with them, because we can't go back. Once our children grow up, they come to us as infants, and then they're toddlers, then they're young children, then they're teenagers, and then they're grown. We can't go back to the infancy stage in our children's lives and relive those moments. That moment has passed. So while your children are going through different phases in their lives, you really need to spend that time with them, because they grow up so fast. You cannot get time back. You can earn more money once it's spent. You can buy new clothes once they go out of style. But time, that's the one thing that we cannot get back. And a lot of people say time is not on my side. Time is on your side, because you have a decision today to use your time wisely. Whatever you do, be wise about it. Pray for wisdom. Wisdom takes you a long, long way in life. You know, sometimes people wonder why they haven't been able to step into the destiny that God has destined them to step into. I think it's because you haven't been equipped with the enough wisdom to go into, your blessings, to walk into your blessings. So, we have to pray for wisdom. We have to pray for wisdom. That's just like if a person has a downfall or a windfall, not a downfall, I'm sorry, but gets a windfall in their life, like thousands and thousands of dollars. If they don't have the wisdom that they need, they will misuse that money. So it's like the money will just run through their hands. It's like in the Bible I read once that it's like having holes in your pockets. If you're not wise with what you do, if you're not a giver, and you don't, use your money wisely, it will be, senseless to even have the money. The money will be more like a curse than a blessing if you don't have that wisdom. And I also want to speak about being a giver. It's very important that when God blesses you with something, that you give back. We are blessed so that we can be a blessing to others, no matter what it is that we have. Like, for instance, God has given me a gift of words. He blessed me with the ability to speak, to create poetry, to create encouraging words, to create music. He didn't bless me so that I could sit at home and talk to myself and write poems to myself about how much I love myself and hang up poems all over my walls just so I could see them, or to make music so that I can hear and enjoy for myself. He blesses us so that we can be a blessing to others, not for our own. I mean, it's a blessing to us to be able to have things and to have gifts, but we are supposed to use what we have to be a blessing to others. I don't understand selfish people and selfish mentalities. I am completely selfless. I'm a very selfless person. I've always been. And because of my selfless spirit, God has given me so much favor in my life. And I always say this: favor is so much better than money. Favor is better than money, because favor can get you things that money cannot buy. You can't have enough money to, to get certain things, but God's favor on your life will get that. So I just don't understand the concept of storing up money, just storing it up, and not allowing yourself to be a blessing to somebody else, when you know that you have money to be a blessing to someone else with. For the life of me, I don't get that. I'm a very, very giving person. But, at one point in my life, I was angry at myself because I felt as though I was giving and giving and giving, and I was feeling depleted at the end of my giving, and the people that I was giving to weren't always appreciative. So I remember praying one day and saying, God, I don't want to be like this anymore. Why? It doesn't make me feel good. I thought, giving, I almost dropped my phone. I thought that giving, I'm telling God, I thought that giving was supposed to enhance my life. I thought it was supposed to make me feel good. I thought that you would bless me because, I'm being a blessing to others. I thought that you would take care of me. Why do I find myself in a position of having a need and no one's helping me? That was my prayer to God one time. And I remember him saying to me so clearly, he said to me, I made you the way you are for a reason. You are a giver. I will not change you. You will not change. But what you need to pray for is discernment. Ask me to give you a spirit of discernment so that you will know who to give to. Everybody, everybody isn't worthy of your time giving spirit. Sometimes, God will place a person in a position of needing, it could be something that he's trying to teach them. And if you don't have discernment, you give to that person, and God is trying to teach them a lesson, and you're, sowing a seed on ground that isn't fertile. We have to give to fertile ground. That's why, when you tithe to your church, because that's fertile ground. Fertile ground. Or if you give to someone, before you give, pray and ask God, okay, do I move or do I not move in this person's situation? Because some people, they take advantage of people like myself, and maybe like you if you're a giver as well. They'll see that we have things, we have money, we have whatever it is that they may need, and they will always have a need. I mean, they'll always have a need. I think a person who always has a need, it's a reason that they always have a need. And sometimes by a given person like ourselves, by us withholding what we have, that will teach them, that person, to do better by themselves, so that they won't always be in a position of needing. So we have to pray and ask God for his discernment when it comes to giving, but we should always be givers, bless, be blessings to other people. And blessings don't always come in the form of money. Blessings could be in, giving somebody a ride to some place, or, ta- taking someone, taking a burden off of someone. Like if somebody needs their child to be picked up from school, just, it could be small acts, but God sees what you're doing and he will bless you. He will bless you tremendously for what you're doing. And even though I prayed that prayer and said, God, why am I in need when I've done so much for this person, that person? Why do I stand in need now? God, he took care of me. I was never in need. That's what I failed to realize. There may have been things that I wanted that I was unable to get from time to time, but everything that I needed, I always had, and that's called favor. That's called favor. God gave me favor when I didn't have any money, and my favor was able to get me everything that I ever needed. So we have to be givers. Whenever God blesses you with something, be a blessing to somebody else. I live by this and I will die by this. Be a blessing. God loves a giving spirit. He loves an unselfish person. If your hand is always closed from holding on to what you have so tight, when is it ever open to receive? We have to give in order to receive. So that's the base of what I'm trying to say today. Be a giving person. You have one life to live. Live it to the best of your ability. Learn new things, meet new people, be a blessing. Be a blessing in the lives of others, and dedicate your life to being happy and making sure other people are happy that's around you. If someone's having a bad day, give them a word of encouragement. Say something to them that may make their day that much better, because I want people to leave me better than they came, especially if they're feeling down. I don't want them to come around me and feel worse about how they feel. I want them to leave me better. And I think that's important quality to have. Okay, I hope everybody have a great week and prosperous week, a blessed week. And I will see you back here on Friday. Thank you for watching.